let's just jump right in. This book is basically a manual for emotional freedom, but it's kind of disguised as a simple mindset shift. Stop trying to control people and start reclaiming your own peace, power, and direction. So today, what we're going to do is break down the key insights from this really powerful idea. This is our explainer on the let them theory. And listen, if you've ever felt just completely drained by other people's opinions or their reactions or the choices they make, well, this shows you exactly where your energy is leaking from and, more importantly, how to take it all back. So, where does this all come from? Well, we're diving into Mel Robbins' The Let Them theory. It offers this incredibly simple, yet really profound tool for changing your relationships, not just with others, but maybe most importantly, with yourself. All right, so let's get right to the heart of it. The control problem. Why is it that we get so exhausted by our interactions with other people?
You might be wondering, is this for me? Well, the source is super clear about this. See if any of these hit home. Maybe you're a people pleaser and you feel like you're totally hijacked by what everyone else thinks. Or you're a leader or a parent just trying to navigate all that conflict. Or maybe you just feel stuck in resentment or jealousy. If any of that sounds familiar, you're definitely in the right place.
And this quote, wow, it just hits the nail on the head, right? We think control feels safe, but the source argues that trying to control the things we can't, like other people, well, it doesn't bring safety. It just costs us our own peace of mind. Okay, so if control is the problem, what's the fix? That brings us to the big idea, shifting into the let them mindset. So what is the let them theory, really? At its core, it's a choice. It's a mindset where you actively, consciously let go of that need to manage or fix or influence other people's behavior, their opinions, and the choices they make. And this is really the most important part. The whole theory is built on a truth you just can't argue with. You cannot control other people. Trying to is like, trying to fight the ocean. It's just going to exhaust you. But what you can always control is your response. And that, right there, is where your real power lies. But, and this is a big but, the theory is way deeper than just those two little words. Releasing control is only step one. Now we get to the fun part, the part where you take your power back, the let me power move. The source is really clear on this point. Saying let them is essential, but it's not the whole story. It's incomplete. If you stop there, you kind of risk becoming passive, maybe even a little disconnected. The real magic happens when you add the second part of the equation. Just take a look at this. On the left, you can see what happens when we just internalize what everyone else is doing. You feel left out, inferior, just weighed down. But on the right, you see balance. And that balance isn't about pushing them off the seesaw. It's about taking responsibility for your own position. And this table, it lays it all out so clearly. Without let me, your focus is all on them. You're just reacting. But with let me, you pull that focus back inward, onto you. You stop giving your power away and you reclaim real control over your own state of mind and what you're going to do next. It's a huge pivot from resentment to responsibility. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, right? But what about the real world? How do you actually use this stuff when things get messy? Let's get practical. One of the key ideas to make this work is understanding someone's frame of reference. Think of it as the unique lens every single person sees the world through. It's shaped by their whole life story, their hopes, their fears. It's why two people can look at the exact same thing and have totally different but equally valid reactions. And that leads to this huge, powerful insight. You don't have to agree with someone to get their perspective. Their reality can be true for them, and your reality can be true for you. Both at the same time. Realizing this doesn't mean you're giving up. It means you're just dissolving the need to have a power struggle in the first place. Okay, think of this next slide as your personal cheat sheet. We try to change people because we're uncomfortable with how they are. The fix? Redirect that energy to what you can do. We over-explain our boundaries because we're looking for validation. The fix? Just let your actions set the boundary. We blame others to protect our own ego. The fix? Ask yourself, okay, what's my part in this? What's mine to own? And get ready for this one, because it's a total game changer, especially when it comes to jealousy. Instead of seeing someone else's success as some kind of threat to you, see it as data. It's a signal, like a message from your future self that's literally pointing at something you want. It's not about them at all. It's an invitation to get moving on your own goals.
So let's put it all together. Where is this path actually taking us? Let's talk about the takeaway, your path to freedom.
When you really boil it down, it's just 4 simple steps. First, really truly accept that you can't control other people. Second, when you feel that urge to manage or to fix, just say to yourself, let them. Third, and this is crucial, immediately follow it with the power move, let me. And then you decide your next move. And finally, you get to feel the result. You've just taken back your peace and your power.
And that's really what this is all about. This isn't about being a doormat. It's the exact opposite. By letting go of the impossible job of controlling everyone else, you finally give yourself the space, the energy, and the freedom to focus on and to choose yourself. And that brings us to the final question we want to leave you with. You can't control them, we know that, but you can always, always control you. So the only question left is, what are you going to do next?